Hey YouTube, I'm back, and I picked up a whole bunch of new stuff over the past couple days, and I actually just got some very unique items in the mail in the last 5 minutes, so I'll show you that as well. But as I normally do it, I'm going to show you the handhelds first and work my way up to the consoles and so on and so on. So I'm going to start off with the Nintendo DS. The first game I have is Mario Party DS. And what is there really to say about Mario Party DS? It's a Mario Party game, except on the DS. If you played one Mario Party game, you pretty much played them all. Pretty much just a party game, except on the DS. And that's pretty much it. This game's still very expensive. It costs about 25 to 30 bucks, so if you're really in the market to getting this game, I'd wait a little bit before getting it until the price goes down. But knowing it's a Mario game, it's probably going to take a long time before it goes down in price. Alright, next is Touch of the Dead by Secret Stash Games. It's actually an EDOS title, which is, I don't know if this is their budget line or not, but it's actually a first-person shooter on the DS, which is, though you don't see many of those come across that often, so I thought to pick it up. Seems pretty cool. It was only $3 at GameStop, so I couldn't really pass that up. Next is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. This is the first of the Ace Attorney games. Pretty popular series. You pretty much just make your case and then bring it up in court. That's pretty much it. Harvey Birdman, which is the game I showed you in my last pickups, is pretty much the direct copy of this game. This game is surprisingly hard to find. I'm trying to find all the other ones, but they're a real pain in the ass to find, so I'm trying to find them all. Alright, another game that was a pain in the ass to find was Castlevania Order of Ecclesia by Konami. This is actually the last Castlevania game I need to complete my Castlevania series on the DS. Pretty much just a standard Castlevania game, 2D game. Nothing really to write home about, but I've heard it's very good, so I can't wait to try that. I actually heard that the Ecclesia is the best one out of the series. And the final DS game I have is Feel the Magic XYXX by Sega. I don't know too much about this game, except it's similar to a WarioWare with the mini games, except it's a lot more mature and a lot more quirkier and a lot more bizarre. And it was about $4 at GameStop. Again, I couldn't really pass it up, and I heard it was very interesting, so I had to try it out. Moving on to the other handheld I have, the PSP. Only got about 3 games for this. The first one is Parappa the Rapper by Sony. This is pretty much a direct port of the original PlayStation game with a few extra PSP exclusives, such as, I guess, wireless multiplayer. So that's pretty cool. Never really got a chance to play this game when it was new on the PlayStation, so now I guess now's my chance. The next game I have is Popolo Croy by Age Tech. Pretty much just a standard RPG. Nothing really to write home about. The artwork seems beautiful, so I thought it was pretty cool. It was only $3 at GameStop. It was complete. And the final game I got, fresh from Japan, is Mobile Suit Gundam, Gundam vs. Gundam. And I love the box art to this game. It's just a retro 70s art style with all the Gundams from the Universal Century saga. So that's pretty cool. And this game's pretty much a fighting game. It's like a 2.5D fighting game where you pretty much like pits Gundam against Gundam, and you have a 4-player wireless play, so that's pretty unique. So that's really cool. I cannot wait to try that one out. I got that one from eBay. Moving on to the singular PC game I got, and this is probably the deal of the century I got. All of this for $1.99, the Unreal Anthology. So it's 4 games for $1.99. So it's the original Unreal, Unreal Tournament Game of the Year Edition, Unreal 2 The Awakening, which is actually a fairly terrible game, and Unreal Tournament 2004. So pretty much 3 good games and 1 shitty game for $1.99. So not bad at all. Brand new from GameStop. Got one GameCube game from GameStop for about $20, and that is Kirby Air Ride. It should be Kirby's Air Ride, whatever. This game is not one of Nintendo's finest. It's pretty much, if I had to say what it's like, it's similar to F-Zero and Mario Kart, except with Kirby characters and a lot worse. So yeah, not really too much to say about there. It was like $20, so couldn't really pass it up. It was a Nintendo game. And the next game I'm going to show you is the singular Wii game I got, and which is also not one of Nintendo's finest in the slightest. And it's actually one of I think Miyamoto's worst games, and I don't know why he hyped the hell out of this game. This game is just poopy. It is just terrible, and that is Wii Music with the special holographic cover. This game is just crap. It's pretty much your Mii's playing music, and it was just blah. I'm done with it. Get it out of my sight. It's just blah. Since I'm a Nintendo completist, I just had to pick it up. It was like dirt cheap. Alright, moving on to the PlayStation 2. First game I've got is Final Fantasy 12. Actually, I already picked this game up, the Steel Tin version, the limited edition, so not really much to say there. It's a Final Fantasy game. Next is Armored Core Nexus by Agetec, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the last Armored Core game on the PS2, considering that PS2 had about like 6 Armored Core games. It's pretty much you just customize your mechs the way you want them, and you just send them to fight other mechs, so that's pretty much that. A game I got for $4 at GameStop, and that is Winback Covert Operations by Koei. It's pretty much like a cross of like an arcadey Metal Gear hybrid thing. I've heard mixed things. It seems pretty cool, so I got it, and it was brand new, so not bad. And the cover got me because it has one of my favorite guns on the cover, the Colt 1911. So that's one of my favorite guns, so I had to pick it up just for that. And the final 3 games are all Grand Theft Auto games, so even though I have the Grand Theft Auto box set, I just thought, the hell with it. It was dirt cheap, so I might as well pick them up again. Grand Theft Auto 3. Not much to say about that. Actually, one of the favorite of the series, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and this one hits home for me in particular. First of all, because I'm only about an hour north of Miami, and I was also born in Miami, so this means a lot to me because I could actually drive an hour south, and I could see all this stuff. And it seems it's a pretty interesting time in Miami history, so I just thought it was pretty cool. And it's actually a very good game as well. A lot of people consider it the best of the series. And finally, the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. This is the one with the hot coffee in it. So I've heard this one is not as good as Vice City, but what could you really compete with Vice City? That one was the best one. All right, moving on to the 360. Ugh, excuse me. All right, this game I've actually been very interested in. Got so-so reviews. That is Velvet Assassin by South Peak Games. It's like a cross between Metal Gear and I don't know, what was that other game? Saboteur. Really interesting game. It's pretty much it's actually based in real life, on a real life person. It's about a lady spy who pretty much like went into France and killed all these Nazis. So that's pretty cool. It's also a 2-disc set, so that's pretty cool. Elder Scrolls 4, The Shivering Isles. This is the expansion pack for Oblivion, which includes the Night of the Nine. It's just an expansion pack, nothing really to say there. The next one is actually, I think, a release title for the 360, and that is Enemy Territory Quake Wars. And this is actually the spiritual successor to one of my favorite PC games, and that was Castlevania. Well, Return to Castlevania, God, why am I saying that? Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Where the hell did I get Castlevania from? Return to Castle Wolfenstein Enemy Territory, which is one of my favorite multiplayer games on the PC, so this is pretty much the spiritual successor to that. Unfortunately, I'm not too sure if the servers are still online for this. This game is fairly old. It's about like almost 6 years old, so I'm not sure if the servers are still online, but I do definitely want to try it out, so that seems pretty cool. Next is, I think, another early 360 game, Fusion Frenzy 2 by Microsoft and Hudson. This is pretty much a game similar to Mario Kart, not Mario Kart, Mario Party and the original Fusion Frenzy. I heard this one's not as good as the original, but it's just like a lot of mini games, stuff like that, so not bad. It was pretty cheap, so I thought I'd pick it up. Next is the Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition, which comes with Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age Origins Awakening, the expansion pack. Also, it includes all 7 downloadable content packs. So, pretty cool stuff. Not bad. And the final game I got is a release title for the 360, and that is Cameo Elements of Power by Microsoft and Rare. Obviously, it is not as good as all the other Rare games, such as Banjo and GoldenEye, but what could you really say? Those games are pretty much hard to beat. Pretty much you can transform into 3 monsters and use them to kill enemies. That's really about it. Unfortunately, the graphics really don't hold up to today's graphics, so it looks pretty crappy. Alright, moving on to the special stuff. I just got this in from Nintendo about a couple minutes ago, and that is the Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time 3D official soundtrack. And the way to have gotten this is, if you bought the Legend of Zelda for the 3DS when it first came out, you had about 3 days to do this. You just had to register your game, and then they would automatically send you the soundtrack. They're starting to send them out now, so it has them all from Club Nintendo. So that's pretty cool. Probably not going to open it, just keep it sealed. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Nintendo, for that. And another cool thing I just got from one of my friends is the pre-order bonus for a game that actually comes out, I think, today or tomorrow or whatever. And that is Catherine, the sound disc and art book. So this is the pre-order bonus for Catherine, the game. So there's the sound disc, and here's the art book. Pretty cool art book, very well done. Very risque stuff in here. Very nice. So if you were to get a Catherine the game, you would get one of these art books. So pretty cool. It's from, I forget which. Oh man, I'm having a brain fart. It's from Atlas, so it's going to be more of a sleeper hit, I think. And the final game I have is definitely one of the more interesting games I have. Actually, I think it's definitely the most interesting game. Not the game itself, it's the accessory that comes with it that's definitely the most interesting thing I have. And it's actually extremely rare. It's very rare. Finding one of these packs, it probably cost you a couple $100s on eBay. I actually got it for dirt cheap on eBay. I think I picked it up for about 40 bucks even, no shipping. And that is Rez, the special pack. And I'm actually going to do an unboxing video separate for this because it's definitely a very unique item. But the accessory comes with the special trance vibrator. Ooh, definitely a very unique item, and I'll keep you in suspense till the next video. So keep an eye out for that, and thanks for watching.